The Pearly Fertility Monitor. The Pearly is based on the same technology as LadyComp, but is a cost-effective, compact-sized version of the product and perfect for women who travel or prefer the smaller-sized option. It requires battery changes by the distributor every 2 to 3 years depending on user consumption. Raxmedical's first priority is customer satisfaction, and we've achieved an outstanding record of service excellence over the past 10 years. Our well-trained and enthusiastic staff are always available to answer your questions regarding the products. We also offer free consultations with a registered nurse to answer any personal questions you may have regarding your cycle and effective use of the products. As an authorized distributor of the manufacturer, we provide a valid manufacturer's warranty, and delivery is prompt and reliable, usually within 1 to 5 business days. We have prepared this instructional video to assist you with initial setup and orientation to user operations, understanding functions, time level, and fertility level. Before we enter your personal data, we're going to take a few moments to become familiar with your Pearly. In the instruction manual under the title Operating Levels, you will find a pictogram to help you visualize the different displays that can be accessed and adjusted by pressing the buttons. The time display is the default display, and most processes begin from this display. If no buttons are pressed for 30 seconds, the display will default back to the time. However, if during a process you become confused, you can always start again by returning to the default display by pressing the plus and minus buttons simultaneously. The round center button is used to move from the time level to the fertility level. The center button is also used to activate and confirm changes to displays. The plus and minus buttons are used to move through the displays of each level and to adjust the displays to enter personal data. Operating levels of Pearly. Press the center button to illuminate the display and access the time level. You will be able to view the time of day and date. The fertility level stores your temperature readings, daily fertility diagnosis, and menstruation dates. Upon receipt, you should be able to view sample temperature readings stored in the device. Once you confirm personal information and/or measure the first recorded temperature, the sample data will be deleted and only restored if you reset the device. To access the fertility level, to view the sample data, illuminate the time and date display and press the center button once. You will see sample data for the current day, which will include a temperature reading, flashing alternately with a cycle day, and the fertility diagnosis. When you press the minus button once, you will see the sample data for yesterday's date, temperature reading, and fertility diagnosis. Continue pressing the minus button to view each historical day's data. If you press the plus button once from the current day's data, you will see the expected fertility diagnosis for the next 1 through 6 days. This is only an estimate and may change on the actual daily fertility diagnosis. Setting the time, alarm time, and activating the alarm bell. The time is set by military time or a 24-hour clock. For example, 7 a.m. displays as 0700 and 7 p.m. displays as 1900. Set and activate the alarm bell for the first temperature reading. The alarm bell must be activated before 12 noon the day before the first reading. You will only need to reactivate the alarm bell if you miss a reading or change the time or alarm time. You must activate the alarm bell for the first measurement in order to set the 6-hour measuring time frame for the first reading. If the display is off, press the center button to illuminate the time display. Then, press and hold the center button to activate the change. The hour display will flash. Then, press the plus or minus buttons to adjust to your correct time of day. Press the center button once quickly, the minutes will flash to allow a change. When the correct time is displayed, press and hold the center button to confirm your entry with a beep. Now we will set and activate the alarm bell for the temperature reading. We will set the alarm time for 6:30 a.m. Proceeding from the time display, press the minus button once to adjust the alarm time. Now, press and hold the center button until the hour display flashes. Press the plus or minus buttons to change the hour. Now press the center button once quickly. The minutes will flash to allow a change. To confirm your entry, press and hold the center button until the device beeps and you see the accurate alarm time displayed. To activate the alarm bell, press the minus button once from the alarm time display. The bell will flash. Press the plus button once. Once activated, the alarm bell will remain illuminated when the time is displayed. You have 3 hours either side of the alarm time or the previous day's measuring time to secure the daily basal body temperature measurement. The thermometer symbol will automatically illuminate on the display once you are within your temperature reading time frame. Once you have measured the first daily temperature, you can turn off the alarm bell. However, this is not recommended during early use as you may forget to measure, resulting in missed readings. Entering menstruation data. The Pearly requires confirmation of dates of menstruation in order to calculate the accurate cycle day. The first day of menstruation is day 1 of the cycle. Pearly will automatically count forward to display the accurate cycle day with each day's temperature reading based on the menstruation data that has been entered. The cycle day is compared to the temperature pattern to determine the accurate daily fertility diagnosis. If the cycle day is not set correctly, the daily fertility diagnosis will not be reliable. Historical menstruation dates must be confirmed before the first daily temperature is measured. When entering historical dates, only confirm the first day of each menstruation. The device will automatically confirm 3 days. When confirming current menstruation data while using the device, you must confirm as a minimum the first 3 days of each menstruation. Pearly allows you to confirm approximately 3 months of historical menstruation data. Do not enter any menstruation dates that occurred while taking birth control hormones or during the time an IUD was in place. The bleedings that occur during and immediately after stopping these methods are considered withdrawal bleeds, not related to the natural cycle. Wait for the first natural menstruation before beginning use. This will likely occur approximately 4 to 6 weeks after stopping the birth control pill or removing an IUD. For example, if the first days of menstruations were January 7th and February 4th and March 5th. Proceed from the time display. Press the center button once to view current day's sample data. Now press the minus button repeatedly or press and hold the minus button to reverse the date display to the first day of your menstruation, the furthest date back. You will see sample temperature readings and lighting indications flashing in the display as you reverse the dates. Continue pressing the minus button until you see the date of the first day of menstruation for the oldest record. Now, press and hold the center button until the M flashes. Then press the plus button to confirm. Now, press the plus button repeatedly to move to the date of the next first day of menstruation. Press and hold the center button until the M flashes. Press the plus button once to confirm. Now press the plus button repeatedly to move to the date of the next first day of menstruation. Press and hold the center button until the M flashes. Press the plus button once to confirm. The M will remain illuminated. Once completed, press the plus and minus buttons simultaneously to return to the default time of day display. Now press the center button once and you should see the accurately calculated cycle day flashing in the display with dashes since no temperature was measured. The number displayed must correspond to the number of days since the first day of your last menstruation. Entering current menstruation data. Once the device knows the typical length of your cycle, a flashing M will appear following the temperature reading a few days before menstruation is expected. This is a convenience prompt that allows you to confirm menstruation that has started in the past 12 hours. If menstruation has begun, simply press the plus button. The M will remain illuminated and the cycle day will change to number 1. The M will continue to flash each day, allowing you to continue confirming M by pressing the plus button once after each temperature reading. Remember, you need to confirm a minimum of the first 3 consecutive days with each menstruation. If the M flashes and you're not menstruating, press the minus button. If you don't notice the M flashing, it will eventually time out and menstruation will not be confirmed for the day. If menstruation begins later in the day, you can activate the first day of M at any time. However, If measuring daily temperatures, you can only go back 3 days to confirm missing menstruation dates. After this, the incorrect cycle day is locked, and the daily fertility diagnosis will not be accurate until you begin the next menstruation. To manually activate current menstruation data, proceeding from the time display, press the center button once. If M started on the current day, press and hold the center button until the M flashes. Then, press the plus button. The M will remain illuminated and the cycle day will change to number 1. To activate the first day of M for previous dates, simply press the minus button until you view the date of the first day of M. Press and hold the center button until the M flashes, press the plus button. The cycle day will adjust according to the first day of M. Measuring an accurate temperature. To ensure an accurate basal body temperature measurement, you should have at least 5 hours of sleep per night and 3 consecutive hours of sleep prior to measuring. The temperature should be measured upon awakening before any activity. You can measure your temperature 3 hours either side of the alarm time or previous day's reading time. In order to be consistent, especially during early use, it's recommended to set the alarm for the earliest, most usual wake-up time and measure at this time every day until your green lights are established. To measure your temperature with the alarm, press any button once quickly to silence the alarm. Place the sensor under your tongue, right at the back, to either side of the frenulum and close your mouth. Press any button once more to activate the reading. To measure the temperature earlier than the alarm, simply place the sensor under the tongue and press any button once to activate the reading. The alarm will still ring at the designated time. Simply press any button to silence it. If you would like to measure later than the alarm, simply press any button once to silence the alarm, and when you wake up, place the sensor under the tongue and press any button once to activate. This is not recommended in early use since you may forget to take the temperature upon awakening after you have silenced the alarm. Daily fertility diagnosis, lighting indications. The Pearly will indicate the daily fertility diagnosis with an arrow pointing to the red, yellow, or green symbol. Red equals potentially fertile, flashing arrow on red, the predicted day of highest fertility. Yellow equals learning or unable to provide a fertility diagnosis. Green equals infertile. Pregnancy displays. The Pearly indicates a pregnancy after the 18th day from conception with 3 arrows pointing to all colored symbols, constantly illuminated. Deleting data. Your historical data is always safely stored in the device, even if the battery is completely depleted. The device can be reset for a new user or after a prolonged period of non-use, such as during pregnancy. Once the device is reset, personal data will be deleted and sample data will be restored until new personal information is entered. To delete data, first initiate the self-testing trial reading. Illuminate the time display and press and hold the plus button. Once you see displays beginning to illuminate sequentially, press all 3 buttons down simultaneously and hold until the display reads L-09. Now, press the minus button 9 times. The device will chime once the device has been reset. For further questions, contact a Raxmedical representative at your convenience or consult the Frequently Asked Question Guide on our website. Contact us toll-free 1-866-202-2193 or by email to info@raxmedical.com.